Today, we'll talk about a book that shows how you can replace bad habits with good ones and turn unhealthy thinking into positive thoughts, giving you control over your life. The book is You Are Not Your Brain by Jeffrey M. Schwartz and Rebecca Gladding. Introduction. Jeffrey Schwartz is a famous neuropsychologist who has researched hundreds of people and found 4 ways to change bad habits and take control of your life by adopting positive thinking. Your brain is your best friend, says Schwartz. To make this book easier to understand, we'll break it down into 10 key parts. Let's dive in. Part 1. Use self-directed neuroplasticity to change. Self-directed neuroplasticity is about focusing on your mind and guiding it. Neuro means the brain, the part that controls your thoughts and feelings. And plasticity means that even though it seems solid, your brain can be reshaped like plastic with some effort. In simple terms, by focusing on the part of your mind that controls your thoughts and feelings, you can replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Doing this consistently for 21 to 90 days can help you change bad habits into good ones. Part 2. Hebb's Law and Quantum Zeno Effect. To make the most of neuroplasticity, you can apply 2 concepts: Hebb's Law and the Quantum Zeno Effect. First is Hebb's Law. It says that the more you use a part of your brain, the stronger it gets. The more you repeat a thought or action, the more it becomes a habit. For example, imagine you start a new job where you have to catch the 8 a.m. bus. The first week goes well, but the second week, you miss it by 10 minutes and feel stressed and embarrassed. After a couple of days of missing the bus, you might start smoking to cope with the stress. Smoking releases a hormone that makes you feel better. Over time, missing the bus becomes an opportunity to smoke, and that becomes your habit. This bad habit can start affecting your personal and professional life. But here's the thing, you can change this by focusing on good habits and finding happiness in things like arriving on time. You can break free from bad habits like smoking. The lesson here is to adopt habits that make you happy and improve your life. Next is the Quantum Zeno Effect. It says that with enough practice, even bad habits can be changed. If you want to think positively, just keep practicing positive thoughts. If you want to be successful, always think about how to succeed and what your life will look like when you do. Do this for 21 days and it'll become your new habit. Part 3. Follow these 4 steps to give up bad habits. This part of the book is really important because it shows you how to get rid of bad habits and replace them with good ones. Let's break it down into 4 simple steps. Step 1. Be aware of your thoughts. Pay attention to the ones that lead you to negativity and also notice the ones that make you feel good. You can get really good at this by practicing meditation for just 5 minutes each morning. Step 2. Label your thoughts. Basically, divide your thoughts into 2 categories: the ones that help you and the ones that don't. This simple step helps you recognize which thoughts you should keep and which you should let go of. Step 3. Focus on positive activities. Whatever we pay attention to grows, whether it's good or bad. So to get rid of negative thoughts and bring in more positive ones, do things that make you feel good, like reading books, listening to inspiring people on YouTube, or spending time with people who lift you up. These activities can help boost positivity in your life. Step 4. Take action with confidence. Believe in yourself. Keep practicing good habits. Think positive thoughts and take the right actions. Over time, your bad habits will turn into good ones. Part 4. You don't define yourself. With your mind, you define yourself. Sometimes our minds start wandering and we think things we don't want to. Thoughts pop up that pull us away from what we really want to do. And even though this happens to everyone, it can feel tough to get those thoughts back under control. But the good news is you can learn to manage your mind and stop negativity before it takes over. The author shares a story of a young actor who was struggling after a bad audition. He was initially doing well, but when a judge didn't like his performance, he got discouraged. He started thinking that he just wasn't good at acting, and that negative thought began to spiral, affecting his career. The actor met with Jeffrey Schwartz, who told him that the problem was in his thinking. He had two thoughts running in his mind, one saying, I can improve and become a better actor, and the other saying, I'm not good enough. The negative thought grew stronger because he kept focusing on it. But after working with Schwartz, the actor started focusing on the positive thoughts. Slowly but surely, he became a better actor, got more auditions, and started succeeding again. The takeaway: we are the ones who define ourselves, not our minds. So we should focus on positive, helpful thoughts and ignore the negative ones. Part 5. We can retrain our minds. As we've seen, whatever we focus on grows, whether it's positivity, success, happiness, or even sadness. Our habits and mindset are shaped by where we put our attention. So, if we want to change our lives, we can retrain our minds by focusing on positive thoughts. Here are a few ways to do it. Think about the things that truly matter to you. Spend more time focusing on the things that make you happy and bring positive feelings. Think about your successes and how far you've come. Focus on the good things in your life, like your finances or your health. Take action to improve things, even when they seem tough. Instead of thinking, I can't do it, ask yourself, how can I turn this situation into something better? Meditate daily to stay aware of your thoughts and focus on the good ones. And finally, take action every day to replace bad habits with good ones. Part 6. Reframing. Labeling is a great way to get rid of bad habits or negative thoughts and make room for better ones. But just labeling them isn't always enough. You also need to change how you see them. Why? Because often, when negative thoughts pop up, we either think they're necessary or just try to reject them right away. But ignoring them completely can be stressful. It's better to handle them properly so they don't keep dragging you down. This is where reframing comes in. Reframing simply means changing your perspective. To make this clearer, let me share a story from the author's experience. One of his patients kept having unwanted thoughts during important conversations. These thoughts were so disruptive, the patient worried they might lead to serious mental issues if not dealt with. Following the author's advice, the patient started labeling these negative thoughts as foreign invaders. The name made these thoughts feel like enemies that shouldn't be in their mind. And over time, labeling these thoughts helped the patient reduce their power. The next step was even more powerful. The patient realized that while these thoughts might pop up, they didn't define who they were. They weren't their thoughts, they were just passing through their mind. By focusing only on thoughts that helped them feel happy and successful, the patient was able to see that these negative thoughts didn't really have any substance. The takeaway from this part is simple. Instead of rejecting negative thoughts out of fear, take a moment to calmly think about them. When you deal with them thoughtfully, they'll slowly disappear and positive thoughts will take their place. Part 7. Refocus. Now let's talk about another important step: refocusing. This is especially useful if you find it hard to concentrate on the things that matter most to you. Sometimes a thought or idea might pop up that's not good for you, but because it's catchy or distracting, you can't focus on what's really important. So, in addition to using techniques like labeling and reframing, You'll need to use the refocus method. To refocus, make a list of positive things you want to think about. Write down the good habits you want to develop and the people you want to spend more time with. Next time a negative thought pops up, instead of trying to just push it away, shift your focus to your list of positive things. You can also talk to a friend who encourages you to stay positive or focus on the results you want to achieve. By focusing your mind on what you want, you're in control. You're using your mind to your advantage instead of letting it take control of you. Just remember, the goal here isn't to stop negative thoughts from appearing, but to deal with them in a positive way when they do come up. As you focus on positive things, the negative thoughts will start to fade. Part 8. Re-evaluation. The final step is re-evaluation, and this one's all about reconnecting with yourself. If you're too caught up in bad habits or negative thinking, you lose touch with what really matters to you. This method is about learning to care for yourself, pay attention to your health, and focus on what benefits you. In simpler terms, re-evaluation is about treating yourself with kindness and respect. It means focusing on thoughts and habits that help you grow, not the ones that are only temporarily appealing but ultimately harmful. This isn't something that happens overnight, but if you keep using methods like labeling, reframing, and refocusing, you will slowly start to feel more positive and productive. These steps will help you make better decisions for yourself and grow stronger over time. So, if you want to kick bad habits and embrace better ones, start using these techniques. Take some time to check in with yourself and see if you're adopting them. If not, give them a try. You'll find that with a little effort, you can control your thoughts and build a healthier, happier mindset. Part 9. Use organic methods to change habits. Ever wondered why people smoke even though they know it's bad for them? The answer's nicotine. Or why do we eat more ice cream even when we know it'll make us gain weight? It's because of our craving for sweets. We do these things to cope with stress and challenges in our daily lives, looking for a temporary escape. But here's the problem. Doing this repeatedly can make us so used to it that we start to feel stressed without it. Some people even turn to dangerous things like drugs to deal with stress, thinking it gives them relief. But this kind of temporary fix can cause long-term harm. The key is to handle life's challenges in a healthier, more positive way. Schwartz, the author of the book we are talking about, encourages us to deal with stress by shifting our mindset, thinking positively, finding organic ways to tackle problems, and avoiding harmful habits like smoking or drug use. You'll feel better in the long run by learning positive ways to deal with stress rather than relying on temporary fixes. Part 10. 3 key lessons from You Are Not Your Brain. First lesson, adopt what's beneficial for you. Ever see something on social media that catches your attention, like an ad or a funny video? It's designed to make you feel good because it triggers those happy hormones in your brain. But as Schwartz points out, just because something feels good doesn't mean it's good for you. So, when something grabs your attention, ask yourself, is this really beneficial for my health, happiness, success, or well-being? If it is, great. If not, focus on the positive and move on. Second lesson, control your thoughts in 4 steps. There are 4 steps to help you control your thoughts. 1. Be aware of your thoughts. Meditation can really help with this. 2. Label your thoughts. Recognize which ones are helpful and which aren't. 3. Focus on positive activities that help you grow. 4. Take action with confidence and clarity. Third lesson, make a notebook of good habits and write them down. Write down the good habits you want to develop, the positive thoughts you want to think, the people you want to surround yourself with, and the kind of life you want to live. Keep taking steps towards these goals with a solid plan, and keep checking in to stay on track. Conclusion. So, friends, that's how you can leave bad habits behind and adopt good ones. I hope you've learned some helpful methods that will bring positivity, happiness, and success into your life. You are not your brain book review. You are not your brain challengers. The idea that we're controlled by our thoughts. Authors Jeffrey Schwartz and Rebecca Gladding share insights from neuroscience and mindfulness, helping us recognize and break free from destructive thought patterns. This book empowers readers to reshape their thinking, promoting self-awareness and emotional control. Through practical exercises and real-life examples, it gives us a fresh perspective on how to take charge of our minds, leading to personal growth and well-being. Our journey with this video ends here. If you want to purchase this book, the purchase link as is available in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Minibook, and follow us on Facebook as well, because we will keep creating similar videos for you regularly. See you in the next video. Until then, stay happy and keep smiling.